Hello everyone, welcome back to Join Gaming. Today we will make a special video. I will give you 21 tips in order to save you time from mastering Satisfactory. Okay, I have my list ready, so let's go. Number 1, item list. By pressing letter O, you have all the parts that you can create at that moment you have unlocked in the game. For example, okay, you have your inbox with messages, you have tutorials, but this is what you need, receipts. Let's say that you want to make, what can I say? Okay, adaptive control units. Let's pick something easier. I want to make a motor. I'll go here and just see, okay, for motor, I can do it in crafting bench and I can do it in assembler. Very important because you will see that in the first tiers, till you get to smart plating, you will be able to make all the things in your crafting bench to save you energy. But we will talk about this in a few. So, about creating motor, you can write it here. For motors, I need two stators and two rotors. Click, open codex. Okay, for this I need 3 steel pipes and 8 wires. And generally, this is something that you can go and fast and see what's going on. You don't have to run to your construction factory or to assembler, check what you need and come back. Now tip number 2. With N, you can do your calculations. You don't need to go press Windows key, find your calculator and do something. Let's say that you want to create something. Okay, I want 2 stators in order to create 1 motor. So for 100 motors, you can say directly 2 multiplied by 100. Directly you have the result equal to 100. Don't forget that for your calculations, you can use even parentheses, meaning that maybe I can need to create a belt, and I will need 200 of iron, of 1, let's say, plus I need 200 belts in order to bring, okay, let's say that you need 200 belts to go get the iron ore and you smelt it, and then 200 belts to bring the iron. So 200 by 1, 200 by 1, okay, that's an example, 400. So do your math and you will be okay. Tip number 3. When you have, for example, a belt, you know that you can make MK1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. You don't have to create a belt. You create one shortcut bar with all the belts. You select the belt that you want and you press E. And then by having the E selected, you don't leave the button, you don't leave your finger from the button, you can select what you want. 4. You don't want 4. Press E, you go to 2, 1, 2, 3 with your mouse, you leave the key, and you can do it. So this makes easier and faster, so you don't have to use many bells and you will run out of shortcuts, really. Tip number 4, productivity display. This is something that is very, very, very important. You can unlock it at tier 1, base building, productivity display. That means that you can see how the building goes at each of your constructors or all the machines. Let's say I have here a manufacturer. Here it gives the information on how much energy it uses, it spends, how fast it creates each item, and here is the efficiency, meaning that at the moment it doesn't get all the items needed non-stop, so it can create them every 24 seconds. This is something that you need to have in your mind and use in order to make a very efficient factory. Tip number 5, do not go big from early stage. That means that, for example, you want to make one source and produce iron. Okay, what you can do in the beginning, you don't have much power, so create your smelter, have storage box to have some of your ore, and then create sorry, this is the mining, the miner, this is the smelter. You don't have to use 3 or 4 smelters as I have at the moment. Put one smelter and then connect it to 1 or 2 constructors. It will save you a lot of energy and you will need it. Really, till you go to coal, things will be very difficult and you need to be very efficient about it. Okay, tip number 6. A very nice feature that Satisfactory has is overclocking. Okay, if you go to your MAM configuration, power slugs, overclock production. Okay, when you will unlock it, you will be able to make your factory work faster, produce items faster by having these power shards. Power shards, you take slimes, you found them, so I have used them all, yes, in order to produce power shards, and then you can go to your factory. Okay, let's use them here. Let's say that this manufacturer here. This is overclocked. At the moment it needs 24 seconds. Okay, wait, because it misses a bit. Let's say here. I want to produce iron plates. By default, the speed is on 100% and I can produce 20 iron plates per time. If I put one more, I can take a slide and go up to 150%. That means that it will produce 30 items per time. If it goes to max, okay, please be careful because here the power usage will be much more. If I go to max, which will be 3 shards in, overclocking will be to 250% and we'll be using 13.4 megawatts. But we will produce 50 items per minute. It is you know, be very careful how you will spend your energy. Personally, I try to put these mostly on the manufacturers in order to produce the big things. For example, to produce my modules in order to complete a phase. Next tip. Use your crafting bench from the early stage till you unlock coal. Okay, when you unlock coal, it comes with the second phase, not at the first one. Let's go here, milestone 0, 1, 2. 2, let's see, coal. Not even that. You unlock coal, that means energy, that you can produce energy from coal at tier 3. In the beginning you will have 0, 1 and then after you have 50 plates, you will be able to unlock tier 1 and 2. That's a period. It takes you several hours, especially when you are a new player, to unlock it. So what you can use, yes, of course, you can use your biomass burners. Yes, use them. In the beginning will be very good, but don't forget that they don't make more than 20 megawatts. Okay, you can of course overclock them, but till you have found slimes around in order to upgrade it, you will count much more from the 20 plus 20 megawatts that they are here. One tip here, for fuel, use solid biofuel. Really, it will last much more and it will be very good. Biofuel is, I think it's on tier 2. Yes, tier 2 obstacle clearing, chainsaw, so you can cut trees, etc. and create solid biofuel. They last a lot and it will be very good. Okay, plus use personal boxes to put your items. I think I use 2 here, 2 storage boxes to put some basic things for mom, and one that I use from time to time or to store my biofuels. You don't have to carry all the things on you, and especially in the beginning that you don't have a big inventory, it will be an issue. Okay, tip number 8, portable miners. Really, a big help here. I know that you can go, in the beginning, you can go to your deposit and then use your tool in order to take iron. Really, this takes a lot of time. Create your portable miners, put them, I would suggest 4 or 5 to use per deposit. You can put here 4 or 5 at iron and 4 or 5 on copper. What I do in the beginning, I put 4 or 5 in copper, 4 or 5 in iron, and 4 or 5 at limestone, because I use them a lot to organize my factory. So if you use 5, you can go take everything, grab all, go back to your crafting bench, take the ore and make it ingot. Once you are done, you come back here and they will be full. Really, they consume no energy, and you will have a lot of ore. Okay, the only issue is that iron ore is limited. It's only all the deposits here in with the portal miners, they produce 100 items. No more, they cannot be upgraded. Yes, but at least they are free and they don't use resources. Okay, tip number 9: use stackable conveyor poles. Okay, like how I do it here. Let me show you. Okay, what I do is, this is the stackable, these ones. You can put here, 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 and you can have all your lines together. Really, and then you take your belt and you, from here to here, from here to here, and you will have a line that goes all together. Okay, in the beginning it doesn't have much meaning because you have a lot, but after a while you will need them all together in order to have everything organized. So if you create a line with all the belts in one row, then you can just split the rows when needed in order to take your items. I think I have here, or not. Okay, here I split it. It's one line that comes with nails, and then I split it here. Screws, sorry. I use screws here in order to make some plates, and I use the rest of my screws in order to create my heavy modular frames. You have one line, and then you split as it goes in order to produce items. Very good, very well organized. Tip number 10. After every constructor, assembler, manufacturer, really use storage containers. Really, you will thank me on that. When something is finished, it goes here. Let's say for manufacturer, they go here. They stack here. Okay, this you need it for at least 2 or 3 reasons. Reason 1, if the other machine stops because it is full, or you stop it because you don't want to produce some items, your previous machine can continue and create items. For example, I don't need heavy modular frames anymore for the next machine, but since I will need them for another things that I will be making, I can store them here. If you have only one line here connecting them, it means that the system will have 100 here store, 100 here there, and 20, 30 here. You cannot have and store 200, 300, 1000, 2000 frames. Another thing is that you can use them in order to split. You use this, and then you say, okay, I use down this to go here, and up to go to another place. I use it here for my plates. Wait, I will find it. Okay, for example, I want to make my plates. I have here rods, the iron plates, and here I have my screws. I take one part and I put it here, and take another part and I put it in this assembler. But generally I have them stored here in order to use them for something that I need to create, or to have them ready for the next plate to be created. Another tip: use Awesome Sync for resources that you don't use. Okay, this is a very good tip. You will notice that they will be producing several items like quartz that you don't need it a lot. As quartz is coming from your miner, you can use a splitter and then put one go to your Awesome Sync, and the other part to go to the factory that will be constructed. Why Awesome Sync is very good? because as you use the awesome sync, you will create tickets. Tickets can help you create win items. Okay. Basically, you exchange your tickets that you have to buy items that they can make things better, or you can take a small car, or you can make new walls, etc. Very nice things that maybe you like them and unlock them and use them in your factory. Tip number 12. In the beginning, you will see that using belt MK1 are very slow. As soon as it's possible, basically when you will unlock coal and you will be able to make MK3 belts, really take your steel beams and start upgrading. Especially when you are connecting territories from one place to another one, upgrade your steel belts, so your conveyor belts, so the things come faster. Also, there are places like here, for example, that they use a lot of screws. It's good to use conveyor belts that they can feed your machine fast, so they can work always 100%. Not here, because here it's full, so not anymore, but it can make your machines run faster. Tip number 13, blueprint designer. I think we have used the designer in one of my older videos. If not, please tell me, I can create a video for you to create blueprints. Blueprint means that it's something that you use again and again and again. For example, you have one constructor that makes something, one constructor that makes something different, and in the end, you use the output of both constructors to add them, to connect them to one assembler and create an item. For example, a stator and then and a rotor, and when you connect them, you create a motor. This you can make blueprints and use them directly. You don't have to build them again and again and again. You create them once in your designer, and then you can apply them directly in all your factories. Please let me know on the comments if you want me to create a video only for the blueprint designer. Tip number 14. Try to pack your water, especially when you need to use it in distances that they are very, very far from each other. As I show you at my video for the nuclear power, I packed the water from one place and I packed it to the other one. That made my life much easier. If you try to put pipes from one side to another, especially when there is a big distance or it is very high and low, really it will be a pain to make the system work. Package and unpackage of water helps a lot. Okay, at some point at the later stages, you will be able to unlock smart splitters or programmable splitters. These splitters are special. The normal ones, splitter, it splits everything how many times you have it. For example, you put here a splitter. I want to go here, and I want to go here, and this here. What this splitter will do will just split everything equally. You have three items. One comes here, one comes here, and one comes here. But you cannot tell him where it goes what. That means that if you have two places, for example, to play oil here that it produces some items, and they come here, all this, you will need to use 2 times double line of conveyor belts in order to bring your items. If you can use the programmable splitters, you just put everything in one line. It comes here, and then you use the splitter in order to use. And you will say, okay, use on the left one. I want here the plastic. I want on this side the rubber, and on this side something else that you need. So you use less conveyor belts in order to do your job, and it is more organized. Okay, tip number 16. Use power storages. It was a very nice change that came several months ago, and okay, I cannot fly yet. Okay, up there I have put 20 storage supplies. What are storage supplies? Okay, solar supply. You connect it to the power poles and then they start saving power. In case you start losing power, meaning you will use machines that they will consume more energy than the energy that you are producing. If you don't use power storages, you will have the usual thing. Everything will go to zero, everything will stop, and then you will need to go to the power pole and turn the system on. If you have power storages and you check them from time to time, you will see if energy stays at 100 or they will start going from 100 to 90 to 80 to 70. You will have enough time to stop some of your production or start upgrading your power. Okay, I started, for example, putting 10, and then I put one more line, 10 more, and I will put even more, to tell you the truth, before I go to nuclear power, to store a lot. Okay, you can store a lot of power, and generally you know here how much is stored, time until full, and the charge, if it charges or discharges the batteries. Very, very good future. Okay, tip number 17. In tier 4, you will unlock the MK2 miners. Let's see where it's good. Okay, miner 1 can extract 60 resources per minute without putting more any shard. MK2 can extract double the resources, meaning that you don't have to use shards, 2 shards in order to go from 100, 150 to 200. You can use them directly. Really, if you combine MK3 belts with MK2 miners, it will help you a lot to keep producing more and more items in order to produce the item that you need and to complete your phases, since they will need a lot of items. Please trust me on that. Tip number 18. At tier 7 for selection, you will unlock drone ports. And on tier 6, third choice, you will unlock trains. These two should be built only if they are really needed. They consume a lot of power, and really, if you can use just some fast belts, conveyors, please do it. Else you will see drone ports, drones that go from one place to another. They will consume a lot of batteries, and trains, they will consume a lot of energy. Okay, if you have a lot of energy, do it, but you need to organize your place and put the train station, organize the trains, the wagons, etc. I did it in the earliest when I started my game, but now I use only belts. Okay, this suit for me, it's good, and it saves me time. But there are some times that okay, it's good to use a drone, but drones are unlocked at tier 7, so till then you will have already created many conveyor belts, and you will have everything organized. Okay, tip number 19. Hover pack. Okay, hover packs. You unlock them at tier 7. It is the 5th choice, and you can create this hover pack. It only uses energy, so it tracks, you see, energy from the poles, power poles. It doesn't need anything to work, only that, and it is huge game changer. You can fly around. You can create your belts, you can see if everything is organized. It's very, very, very nice. It only consumes some power directly from your conveyor pools. No turbo fuel, no fuel like the jetpack, nothing. It takes some time to unlock them, but generally when you will have a very messy factory or you have a lot of things to organize, it will help you a lot. That comes to tip number 20. That has to do about organization. Organize your factories using walls and foundations. Really, what I do, I lay down foundations, I put my lines here, and then I start building vertically. So I make levels. For example, I have here my miner. I have one line here with smelters, constructors, and when I saw that they weren't enough, I split to two, so in two levels, and I made again another one. Smelter, constructor, constructor, and I was done. So that means that the same place you can have double the items needed and 2 times faster everything. Be careful a lot on how tall each level will be. For example, okay, when you have only smelter, maybe two walls will be enough, but as you will see, I cannot build here because I cannot put anything here because part of the smelter is above the ground. So the best solution would be to have not two walls, but 3 walls. This would help a lot. So I let my mistake here, and here when I created my other machines, I created 3. 1, 3, 4, 3 lines. This is okay by the limit. It's very limited when you go to manufacturer. If you want to make a level that uses refineries, really, I think that you will need at least 4 walls. Let's see together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not even close. 5, 6, and okay. You just you will have only this part out, else you will need to go even higher. Really, believe me, if you create something and exceeds the limit of the level, you will have issues like here. I cannot put anything here because it is very narrow. If it was 1 wall higher, I would be able to put my machines here and make my life easier. Okay, last tip, it's number 21. Always have extra resources and food, not only to create things, but always when you explore. Meaning that you will have your nuts, burial nuts together to heal you if you fall, to have nuts to heal you when you attack the beasts. But just to let you know, since it was edited, when you can go to advanced game settings, creatures, and now you can change it. You can leave it as default, so creatures can attack you on sight, or they can stay passive, so they don't attack you at all, or retaliate, so they can only attack you if you attack them. Else, they will stay as they are. I use it a lot. I think it's more fun, but it depends on your style. Also, as you will go around the world, please make sure that you have resources, not only enough resources to build items. So that means that your add to list is needed. For example, I want to create production 1 constructor. You place plus. It goes to the list. 2 smelters. You go here and add it to the list. You always have it. Okay, I want to have 1 constructor, 2 smelters. So I have everything on me. Yes, I have the iron rod needed. I have the cable needed. Yes, I have the iron plates needed. Yes, but I don't have enough wire. I go, I produce it, and I have it ready. On this, please add more. Please add more about walls and foundations. There will be parts of the land that they won't be easily passed through. So use your ramps in order to build ramps and go up, or take ramps, foundations in order to put them and create a bridge that it will make your life much easier. It will help a lot and you will die much less. Okay, those were the tips from me for Satisfactory. If you like it, please click like and subscribe. If you want more videos like this, please let me know. If you want more details about some specific tips, please let me know with your comments, and I will be back to you with new videos. Till then, have fun and play Satisfactory.